Alright, real quick video here. Oil change on a 2024 Toyota Prius Prime. Amazon or Walmart. OW16. Supposedly it's the same formula as the Toyota oil. They use Mobil 1. And you can get a 3-pack of oil filters on Amazon with the gaskets. Here's your part number. Alright, heading underneath the car. As you can see right here, you have this splash shield. It comes off with 4 10mm bolts. They could also accept a Phillips head. Just use a 10mm on it if you can find it. Getting into the oil change here, you have a 14mm drain plug, and your oil filter is located right there. You can get yourself a wide enough pan. Sorry for my finger being in the view there. And you can drain everything all at once. So let's get into it. So of course the tiniest little droplet of oil had to splash onto the camera lens as I was doing this. But just make sure with your filter that this O-ring here gets removed, that black O-ring. You're also going to have this gasket here. Hopefully your kit came with the washer. It's always good practice to remove them. Sometimes they could be a little stubborn, which this one is, so I'm going to get in there with a flathead and just gently pry it off. And then we'll put on our new filter, we'll reinstall our drain plug, and we'll head up top. On your new filter, make sure you remove this little plastic cover, and then we're going to put fresh oil around this O-ring. Alright, new oil filter is going in. Sorry I didn't show you lubing it up. It's a little difficult doing this with one hand holding a phone in the other. So not too tight, you know, once it snugs down, only about a quarter turn, you don't need very much. And then now for our drain plug, we're going to install the gasket around the actual plug itself in there, and then we're gonna tighten it up with our 14mm. All right, drain plug is installed. You really don't have to over tighten these. Now for this pan, see these tabs? They slide up over, kind of holds it in place. This is a little hard to do one-handed, but all right, see it slid in, then our bolt holes will line up. So you grab your 10mm and you can just kind of thread them in by hand a little bit first. Oh, see, I'm losing it here because I only got one hand. There it is. Right there. And you could just grab your 10mm. Again, none of this stuff has to be crazy tight, especially this stuff, it's all plastic. So, just snug it down until it doesn't move. Okay. That's it. It's in tight. Everything's lined up. Now we move back up top. Prime calls for 4.4 quarts of oil with the filter change, which we did. So I put in about, 4.4, 4.5 quarts. We have just a tiny little bit left over in the bottom. And we're gonna measure it out on the dipstick. And as you can see, the oil level should be right between those two dots, which it is. So with that, the actual oil change is completed. Let's head inside and reset the oil maintenance light. Start the vehicle to make sure there's no oil leaks. And just let it run for a little bit. Might as well pull this out of here. And I'm not seeing any oil leaks, so that seems pretty good. Nothing dripping. Not seeing anything down there, that's for sure. Seems pretty good. Alright, now we can go inside and reset. So, using your up, down, left, right, and the OK button arrow keys, you're going to go into your menus. You're going to scroll down to the gear. You're going to scroll all the way over to vehicle settings. You're going to hold OK. Then you're going to scroll down to your oil maintenance. Push OK to reset. Reset the maintenance data, yes. Press OK. Reset is complete. That's it. That's all it takes. Alright, I hope this video helped. I know a lot of people are nervous about doing oil changes, especially on these hybrids. But really, it's just like every other engine in these Toyotas. They do a really good job. Ease of maintenance, cheap parts. I've had a lot of different vehicles. These Toyotas are the best. Don't be afraid, it ain't gonna hurt you. Just, obviously you have to know what you're doing. If you've done an oil change before on a regular car, it's the same thing on this. It's really no big deal. This whole thing, you can get it done in, if you have the ramps, makes it super easy. You can probably get it done in about 10 to 15 minutes. My 8-year-old daughter comes out here and helps me do these oil changes. She could basically do it herself. She just lacks the physical strength with certain things, but very simple, very straightforward. Hope I was able to help. Have a good one.